We're in for something special right here, right now.
Let us begin.
Let me have some fun.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Put one in the pocket. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner, buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Super meter is looking bare right now. Will they try to hang back to stock up or continue fighting? Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Halfway through the round now, expect to see both fighters take it to the next level. How will both competitors use this remaining time? Checks with the projectile. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Misses the drive impact. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Oh, with the throw. Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. There's only 20 seconds remaining. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? What's the next move? Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Starts things off with a jump in. Oh, Whip hits him with a stop and bop. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going, keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Risky of experiencing burnout. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? The low's blocked. The low kick hit. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 2, this closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Jumps. Throws them to negate the block. Nice tech. These two fighters are perfectly synced. The throw is escaped. Low heavy. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 chases them down. The jump-in is denied. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Knockdown. Neither of them willing to back off. Next hit will end the round. Wins out in the battle of the skies. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Throws them to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. Rising uppercut. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Brushes that off and keeps going. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Holds out with the block. Jumps up. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the rising uppercut. The impact doesn't do anything. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Halfway through this round. Good job, baits out the low kick. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Full SA meters all in with a rush. Impact squat. Knew the throw was coming. Goes airborne. Connects with the throw. The next touch may decide this round. You've got to be mindful. Uses their drive gauge. Charges up the plasma. Flatlines them. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps in. From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Throws up the fireball to check him. The jump-in is denied. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Can't tech the throw? Taking stock. Experiencing burnout. Does a good job of pushing back. Going in? One chance here may end this match. Player 2 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. They need to rely on their instincts here. Decides to meet them in the air. Ooh, lands a rising KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Still very early in the round. They're still feeling each other out. Who'll gain control of the match in the early going? Gets the knockdown, and now uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Big, low, reaching heavy. Rising uppercut. Medium kick hit. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 lands a rising uppercut. Knockdown and brushes that off and keeps going. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean.
You're kidding me!
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight!
Opens with a jump in, the low. Jump rising, uppercut. Ooh. Oh my God, they just choked it up. All in with a rush. Player 2 tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Burns out. Player 1 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Perfect execution with the anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. A jump goes all in with the uppercut. They've got about half life left. Medium kick into. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Both absolutely refusing to give up, but throws them. Amazing. It is over. Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. A jump, reads the throw and escapes. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. What's the play here? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Great work finding the opening. Had the radar up and running. Not having the crossover. Good job blocking the jump in. They can't squander this punish counter chance. They need to rely on their instincts here. Player one just put themselves on equal footing with that super. Nobody blink. Time to reassess the situation? Both fighters are weight springs. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Sneaks in above. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Steals back a chance. Jump. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Gotta be careful. Charges forward. Goes for the rush. Knockdown and jumps in. Throws a fireball. Awesome. Drive gauge gap here. Experiencing burnout. Breaks the block with a throw. Medium kick hits. Going in. Backs them into the court. Meets them air to air. All in with a rush. What'll happen here? Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. Player two took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Checks him with the projectile. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Are they trying to beat out the jump? Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Blocks the jump in. The low kick is blocked. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast it? Had the radar up and running. Absorbs the... There's the impact! Not letting that go unpunished. Even with both fighters in burnout, this takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player two is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Genius read! And fires off the Shinku Hadouken! In there! Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Slips the grab. Reads the throw and shuts it down. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. All right, what's coming up next? Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Oh, easy tech. Jeez, how can they read each other so well? The jump-in is denied. Blocks the impact. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Shows a medium kick. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player two will want to hit them with a stop and bop. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Barely blocks the jump-in. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Blocks it. There's an overdrive arm. Ooh, what a smart throw. Knockdown and... Are we gonna see a comeback here? No time to waste. What are they gonna do? Avoids getting stuck in the corner zone. The low kick hits. The jump-in is all the throw connects. Either fighter can use drive now. Uses their drive gauge. What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was going to happen. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Oh, with nothing stops this train. It's a good spot to use the super. Spends it all on the super. Not one bit about it.
What's wrong? Get up!
What will they do next? Goes all in with the uppercut. Throw is denied. What a read! Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. Split clutch anti-air. Amazing! Ooh, what a smart throw. Taking jumps out of each other here. Sticks out a kick. Reads the jump in perfectly. What now? Genius read with that throw escape. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Low heavy. Denied. Keeps cool and locks him out. What a finish. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jump, rising, uppercut. Breaks the block with a throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Will this super art connect? Reacts to the throw. Checks him with the projectile. Throws a fireball here, maybe has a simple zoning strike. Life lead is there, but they can't squander this punish counter chance. Nearing the end. Where's the drive gonna come in? That's a big experiencing burnout. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Gets Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Genius read. Player 2, rising uppercut. Throws them forward and maintains the corner hit. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Ooh, what a smart throw. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. What hit in there? Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jump. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Parrying attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Difficult situation for a throw. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Knockdown. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. From up above, takes a trip. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. And that's a KO. Timed that perfectly. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Rising uppercut. Blossom. Player 1 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Checks them with a projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. The jump-in is denied. Down to the wire. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Both fighters planning something? Big throws. Looking for a chance. The throw whips. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Blocks the impact. Zones with the fireball. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Genius read. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation, finds the target! Blocks it! Oh my god, what a throw tech! Misses the grab! Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Hits him with a stop and bop. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. Taking no prisoners. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Jumps in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Oh! Player one blazing through that drive gauge to try and set the pace. They need to make good use of the gauge without emptying it. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Got their eye on the air. Just out of range for that throw. Life lead opens up. Player two, they've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player one is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers can turn snipes them out the air. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Grabs them. The low doesn't connect. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. The throw misses. They're trading attacks. Medium kick. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Going in. Rising uppercut. Oh, says no to the impact. Connects with medium. Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they... Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. The low kick hits. Can't all the throw connects. Barely blocks the jump in. Turns out. Player gotta do better than that. Goes airborne. What a finish. Player two was an absolute beast.
Comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
All right. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Denies that throw attempt. Difficult situation for a throw. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Was that a good decision? Nothing but air for the impact. Player two has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. The throw is escaped. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Knockdown. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Takes a trip. Can't tech the throw. That drive impact is blocked. Checks him with a projectile. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Player one can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. It's a KO. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jumps? Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Apt springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Gets the burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Rising uppercut. Barely blocks the jump in. Player one needs to use the good decision with that throw. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. They get the win by sustaining good corner pressure and not giving them any breathing room. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Checks with a sandblast. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Both fighters are standing firm with plenty of health remaining. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Impact squashed. Springs forward with the drive rush. The low kick hits. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Nice fireball. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. What's next? Jumps. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. With super art, turning it right up with the super. Slices the gastrointestinal tract. Here you bring that MD and whooping ass to work. Drive rush. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Can this drive bring them back? The drive impact doesn't work. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Turns and chisels them down. Player two gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps up. Checks with a medium kick. Fantastic reactions there. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. Blocks the jump-in. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Deftly shuts out the jump-in. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Overdrive arts gives moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player two chases them down. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. All right, what's coming up next? Gets them. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Steps back to start things off. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Player two is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Experiencing burnout. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player one has a chance to win the round if they can put the... Oh my god, what a throw tech! Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Sets up with the jump in. Player knew the throw was coming. This and whiffs. They're wide open. Oh, here we go. There's the wall spot. They can't do anything now. What a finish! Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The super armor does its job. Starts off zoning with fireballs. That was a solid anti-air. Wow, shut down. Strikes back with the drive impact. The impact gets blocked. Brushes off the impact. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Life lead opens up. Very solid corners.
Ooh, lands a rising uppercut.
Player rising uppercut. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Going in. Denies the low heavy. Knockdown and a critical in there. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Player 2,
Ooh, lands a rising uppercut.
Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? A quick breather. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Smart play connects with the throw. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around.
All in with the rush.
Knockdown and burnout activates. Looking for a hole. Forward run. Fires a blast. Even the slightest hit may end the round.
Charges up the plasma. Flatlines them.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Opens with a jump in. Jumps in. Breaks the block, connects with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Player, that throw did some juicy damage. Hits them with the counter throw. Both fighters have a full drive gauge on deck.
Nothing stops this train. Both are super art to show up what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Spend it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
What's wrong? Get up!
What are they gonna do? Checks with a sandbox.
Goes airborne.
Oh, the throw connects. What now? Drive rush. Ooh, what a smart throw. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. A real test of nerves here. Somehow manages to block the jump in.
Put them on notice.
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. The show's gotta do better than that. Jumps in. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Plenty of life left in both fighters, but a big difference in drive. How can they use this to their advantage? Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. Perfect time to spend the meter. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Getting into the end game now. It's getting KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start the round. The jump in is denied. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Cuts off the escape route. They want to deny them as much as possible to maximize their damage. Smart play with the throw. Knockdown and player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Blocks the impact. They exchange blows. Blocks it. Barely blocks the jump in.
Ooh, lands a rising uppercut.
This is a turning point. Big KO! This is a back and forth fight. Tensions are definitely high. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Rising uppercut. Throw is denied. What a read. Player one will look to a block. Gotta do better than that. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Oh my, the throw tech. The drive impact doesn't work. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Links it. Player one has a slight life lead. What now? Here comes the cross that off. Both are
putting the cherry on top.
Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player two, flipping the string, goes airborne.
They've got about half life left.
Jump! Nothing stops this train.
Connects with the throw.
Hopes all in with a rush. Awesome!
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that runback. Zones with the fireball. Jumps in. Throws them to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. Still slugging it out here. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Drive rush. Gets in their face. The jump in is denied. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Experiencing burnout. Oh, easy tech. Okay, they trade hits. Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Absorbs the, baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Punish is there with the drive impact, really laying on the pressure. Shows the medium kick. Which way you gonna block? Grabs and throws them away. Good work staying in throw range there. Both fighters rising uppercut. Super clutch corners hit them with a stop and pop. Looking to impress with this super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
What's wrong? Get up!
Springs forward with the drive rush. Looking for a chance. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. A quick breather. Ooh, what a smart throw. Ah, burnout activates. Oh, here we go. Doesn't set the throw. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Jumps in. Checks him with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Are they trying to beat out the jump? Blocks the jump in. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. What's the play here? Fires off an overdrive arc. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes. Both fighters have no meter. Who's going to make the first move? I want to see how they manage their SA gauge here. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Life lead opens up. This is a huge chance to make a KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Rising uppercut. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Dashes up.
Where you go?
Brushes that off and keeps going. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. This is gonna be bad news. It's a good spot to use the super. The big flex, the broken jaw. Shin Shoryuken.
What's wrong? Get up!
Play it forward rush, throws them. Looking for a hole.
An opening!
Betting it all on the drive rush.
What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Dashes. Picks up the counter.
Shrugs that off.
Puts the exclamation point on that. Oh my, the throw tech. Player 1 needs to take forward rush. Closes the distance. The low.
Just hits them with a stop and pop.
Here comes the corner pressure. Okay, here we go. Too far for the throw to connect. Connects with the throw. They're hurt, big time. Fires a blast. Presses for a react, burns out. Noticeable life lead. A rare chance here. They gotta do something. Amazing. Wow, sat and waited for this open.
Put the fear of God in it.
Player 1
Gets the win in a convincing fashion.
It's not over yet. Sandblast. Breaks those shins. Rising uppercut. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Are they trying to beat out the jump? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Knockdown. The grab misses. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. That drive impact doesn't get through. Gets him. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Brushes that off and keeps going. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Now, can they finish the job? Medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Still scrapping for control of the space. Shows a medium kick. Showing some real tenacity. Big throws. Knockdown and the life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Flip rushes that off and keeps going. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player breaks through with the throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. The last round. It's now or never. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Still plenty of time left. The low kick hits. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent.
Both fighters have a full drive gauge on deck. Donich goes all in with the uppercut.
Jumps. Checks with a sandblock. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Connects with medium kick. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Somehow manages to block the jump in. What are they gonna do? This unleashes some big damage. Player 1 can't...
Oh, putting the cherry on top.
Oh, they changed sides. Gotta do better than that. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Rushes in, tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? The jump turns out.
Both sides getting ready.
Finds the target. Stun. They gotta get in there.
Ugh, take a seat.
Player 2 is in a very good spot. What are they gonna do? Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Keep surprise them. I can't believe it. They gotta dig down. They're just gonna go for it with this.
It is over.
Player 2 has gotta be feeling good
Getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Low heavy. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Still very early in the round. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Can't tech the throw? Takes a trip. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Overhead. Who's going to start things off? They were right to be on guard there. They're trading attacks. Checks them with a projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. The throw is tech. Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Blocks the impact. Looking for a chance. Throw connection connects with the throw. Finds the target. Breaks. Ooh, what a smart throw. The jump reads the throw and escapes. Forward rush. Corrects them. Only a little bit of drive and life left. Can they close this round without relying on drive? Throw is denied. What a read. Looking for a hold. Medium kick. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.